Welcome to the channel. Thank you for taking time and watching this video. Without any further delay, let's get into today's topic. Today we're going to speak about a hot topic, which is tuning or so-called calibrating your engines. I'm sure you heard about this topic either online or people speaking about it. People speaking about tuning their bikes, tuning their cars. So today we're going to decode the truth and keep you aware on what is tuning all about and what to watch out for and quick tips to what to expect and what not to expect. Having said that, earlier days most of the vehicles were driven by carburetors and tuning was much less complicated than what it is today. You just need to vary the air fuel ratio, maybe advance the timing. When I say advance the timing, it's predominantly on the coil packs and nothing much you could do. These are the basic things that you could do. In case if your vehicle was turbocharged, you could ensure that you adjust the wastegate mechanically and run more power. So that was simple, and carburetor was predominantly the device used to pump fuel into the engine. But nowadays with ECUs used left, right and center, tuning has become much more complicated and much more efficient as well. So having said that, generally what do people expect from tuning? So first and foremost, for petrol heads, first and foremost is more power. Of course, power with fuel economy is the most desired outcome, but I'm sure there's going to be a compromise. But how efficient you can make your vehicle with giving more power with better fuel economy. So it's also possible. So that's what everybody wants. So you want power, fuel economy with reliability, right? So this is like a very difficult thing to achieve, and so your engines have already been calibrated by your manufacturer to ensure that you get more power, better fuel economy and reliability, and not just that, a significant improvement in the emission norms as well. As said earlier, your car already has an efficient tune done from the factory. So companies have spent months and years to give you a best tune, to give you the best fuel economy, best power and the most reliability. So it's already in the best tune and nothing like a factory tune. So if you're going to mess around with the tune, you are going to make some compromises no matter what. So that's a point that you really want to start with. So having decided you want to compromise a little on your reliability and ensure that you're going to get much more power, it's always better to choose a reputed tuner. So that's the key. So if you have a vehicle and if you want to get your vehicles tuned, so read a lot, get to know reputed people. For example, if it's going to be VAG group of cars, which is Volkswagen, Skoda and Audi, so that group of cars, I think Revo and APR, so they rock. So there's a lot of R&D and research done. So don't go to any local tuner who doesn't have tie-up with these top vendors. So as I said, there's a lot of testing and dynoing that is required, both road testing and dyno testing, to ensure that you get the best map. So it's not just about power, it's also about the drive. There's a lot of parameters. So I've tuned multiple cars. So my cars run on my own tune. I don't commercially tune it, but I work on my own engines and I tune the cars. So I can speak a lot about tuning, but to keep it precise, I just want to let you know that go with reputed tuners, read reviews about tuners, and ensure that your vehicle has been tuned by the tuner. So any vehicle works on a very basic logics on tuning. So any vehicle can be tuned if your ECU has a right function. But the point is, you should get someone who has experienced your vehicle in tuning. Don't become a guinea pig and have a problematic vehicle, or worst case, burn up your ECU and give you an expense of over $1 lakh or plus. So always ensure to choose the right reputed tuner who has expertise in tuning, expertise in various maps available for your car, your engine, your ECU specific. Keep your goals realistic. Just because you do a tune, it's not going to give you a tremendous amount of power. Approximately you could expect about a max of 20 to 30%. So over a stock car with stock hardware, right, a max. So that's what you could expect. Your car is not going to gain rapid horsepower just because you do it. For example, if you take a Swift, you tune up a Swift, you will get about 5, 6, 10 horsepower, not more than that. That's about 20% is the industry standard, 15 to 20%. So in some cases, you might have better fuel economy as well. So that's the percentage that you're going to stick to, unless you're going to have a hardware update. For example, if you add in a turbocharger or a camshafts or a free flow exhaust, that's going to be different. But a stock car just with a remap can give you anywhere about 20 to 30% max. So having said that, learn about your engine's limitation, your hardware limitations. Keep things very precise. What do you want? And go with reputed maps, reputed tuners. Read a lot on online forums and choose a map and choose your expectations and abide by it. So the best results are achieved in turbo cars or supercharged cars. Supercharged cars are predominantly high-end cars. Predominantly, if your car is equipped with a turbocharger, it's easier and much more impactful to get into. So it's easy to mod your boost levels and ensure you get a better fuel economy and power. In case if you're having an NA car, which is naturally aspirated, the opposite of turbo, getting much of a tune with our fuel quality levels is going to be very challenging. You might predominantly increase the timing and you might have much more problems. So if it's going to be a turbo car, it's much more easier to make more power. If it's going to be an NA naturally aspirated non-turbo car, you will not get much of power unless you increase the octane rating of your fuel, right? So you're going to do a lot of compromise, so think about it. Having said that, don't fall in for the placebo effect. When I say that, so you take your car to a tuner, he tunes your car and he says that you've got 30-40 horsepower more, or even he gives you a dyno report saying that you've got 5, 10, 20 horsepower more, right? So don't fall for it. The best way to test your tune car is to put it on third gear, road test it, do a 20 to 60 or a 30 to 60 acceleration or 30 to 100. So do a 30 to 100 acceleration in a specific gear before your tuning and do a acceleration test after your tuning, right? So the ECU also takes time to learn the new parameters. So drive it for about 20, 30, 40 kilometers, restart the ignition a couple of times and then do a test. Unless you have a better acceleration in these, predominantly second gear or third gear is best, because it's something called an engine load. The third gear is the best. So if you get a little bit, even a second faster, is definitely on a better side. So that's the best way to get to know whether if it is a placebo effect or you've really gained some horsepower through a tune. Thank you for watching the video. I'm sure you liked it. Please give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. I'm sure it will help them as well. Please subscribe to our channel Autobuff India. Thank you. Having said that, tuning always has a lot of reliability issues unless you get a proper tune, and which is very difficult because manufacturers have spent years and years of R&D to ensure that it's already calibrated to the perfect form. So think twice before you get into tuning, because it does avoid your warranty as well. Having said that, thanks for watching this channel. In case if you feel that this video helped you, please ensure to subscribe to the channel, share these videos and give us a thumbs up. For any further queries, support or assistance, please reach out to autobuffindia@gmail.com.